Lyrics for lonely daydreams. I've written them with a slow acoustic or piano driven bad in mind. Something that starts quiet and builds in emotion. Lonely daydreams. The coffee's getting cold on the nightstand. I still leave a little space for your hand. The sunlight hits the floor in that jagged way, the same way it did on our very last day. I'm tracing the patterns of dust in the air, reaching for ghosts that are no longer there. The silence is loud, it's a weight on my chest, a heart that's too heavy, can't get any rest. I close my eyes just to see where you are, but every mile back feels like 10 times as far. And I'm lost in these lonely daydreams, where the you and the I still make us. I'm building a world out of echoes and beams, in a house made of shadow and dust. In my head you're still turning a smile, and the goodbye was only a lie for a while. But I wake up to walls that don't know your name, in a life where the sunlight feels cold as the rain. I saw a blue car and I thought it was you. For a second the gray sky turned back into blue. I reached for my phone just to tell you the news. Then I remembered I've got nothing to lose, except for the memory of how your voice sounds before it was buried in silence and bounds. And I'm lost in these lonely daydreams, where the you and the I still make us. I'm building a world out of echoes and beams, in a house made of shadow and dust. In my head you're still turning a smile, and the goodbye was only a lie for a while. But I wake up to walls that don't know your name, in a life where the sunlight feels cold as the rain. They say that time is a healer or a friend, but time is just distance I can't comprehend. I'm stuck in the loop of a movie we've seen, living the life that we lived in between. I don't wanna wake up, I don't wanna see a world where you're happy without me. Yeah, I'm stuck in these lonely daydreams, where the you and the I still make us. I'm holding on tight to these broken up schemes, in a house made of shadow and dust. In my head you're still turning to smile, and I'm begging the clock to just stop for a while. But I wake up to walls that don't know your name, in a life where the sunlight feels cold as the rain. Lonely daydreams, just a flicker of light in the dark. Lonely daydreams, trying to find where we lost the spark. The coffee's cold, the room is still, I'm waiting for you. I always will. is tracing the cracks in the floor, and I'm watching the ghost of your coat by the door. The wind in the chimney is calling your name, but there's no one to answer and no one to blame. I've memorized every small sound of this house, the creak of the wood and the breath of a mouse. But the silence you left is the loudest of all. It's a mountain that's waiting to crumble and fall. I'm writing your name in the frost on the pane, just to watch it dissolve in the tears of the rain. I'm keeping the tea in the pot till it's cold, holding on to the stories that never got told. My shadow is tired of dancing alone in a castle of memories built out of stone. The fire is dying, the embers are gray, just like the colors of my everyday. And these are my lonely laments in the dark, searching for light in a world without spark. A song for the hollow, a prayer for the lost, counting the heartbeats and paying the cost. It's a melody broken, a rhyme without end, the voice of a lover who's missing a friend. Oh, can you hear me? Or am I just spent? Lost in the echo of a lonely lament. And is everyone listening? Does the sky even care? I'm pouring my soul out into the thin air. I'm shouting at heavens that stay blue and cold, while I'm turning to dust and echo.
This is a heavy title with a lot of room for raw, emotional storytelling. It taps into that specific pain of being the one who invested the most, the earliest, only to be the one left behind.
Here are the lyrics for Left You First. I found the spark before you knew the flame. I memorized the way you spoke my name. Back when your world was quiet gray, and still I promised you I'd stay, and God I will. But now the room is crowded, voices loud, and I'm just one more shadow in your crowd. You're giving out the pieces I help mend to people who don't know where your stories end. It's funny how the winner loses everything. When the song is over, I'm still the one who has to sing. I loved you first, before the world caught on. I was alive before your breaking dawn. I held your hand when it was shaking cold. I believed the lies that you were made of gold. Now you're a king and I'm a ghost in the hall. You're standing tall while I'm the one who had to fall. It's a different kind of ache, a different kind of thirst to know they love you now, but I loved you first. But I loved you first. You're wearing clothes I picked out for your skin. You're telling jokes I taught you how to spin. I see the way you look at her tonight, that forever look you used to give me in the light. But she doesn't know the boy beneath the scars. She only sees the shine of all your stars. She's got the version of you I helped create. I was the hunger, she's the plate, I was the blessing. I was the curse. But don't you ever forget, I loved you first. Coffee's cold on the nightstand, right where you left your glass. I'm still counting the seconds, watching the shadows pass. I try to wash the sand of you from the sheets we used to share, but the ghost of your laughter is still hanging in the air. I reach for my guitar, but the wood feels cold and thin, like it knows the song is changing from the place where we begin. And I'm fumbling for the chords, but my fingers lose their way, searching for the words that I was too afraid to say. Now I'm playing these melodies of grief in a house built of silence and falling autumn leaves. Every note is a memory, every string is a scar. I'm singing to the ceiling, wondering where you are. It's a beautiful symphony of everything we lost. Love was the dead and now I'm paying the cost in these melodies of grief. I saw your coat in the hallway, and for a second I forgot that you're the missing piece of every single thing I've got. The radio plays that song, the one we danced to in the rain, but now the rhythm's broken and the hook just feels like pain. I'm rewinding all the tapes, looking for the part where the music turned to static in the middle of your heart. And I'm fumbling for the chords, but my fingers lose their way, searching for the light in a world that's turned to gray. Now I'm playing these melodies of grief in a house built of silence and falling autumn leaves. Every note is a memory, every string is a scar. I'm singing to the ceiling, wondering where you are. It's a beautiful symphony of everything we lost. Love was the dead and now I'm paying the cost in these melodies of grief. They say time is a healer, but time is just a thief, stealing the sound of your voice, bringing no relief. I'd rather stay in the minor key if it keeps you close to me, than find a brand new song and face the rest of history. The song is ending now, but the echo won't let go. Just a melody of grief and a heart that's moving slow. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the table. I'm still reading the stories I thought we'd write, but the ink is run dry and the spine is unstable, and I'm losing the ghost of you into the light. I find your hair on the collar of my favorite jacket, a thread of a life that we've unraveled now. The silence is heavy, I wish I could crack it, but I've forgotten the words and I've forgotten the how. The radio plays that song about June, but it's out of key and it's ending too soon. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, just grasping at shadows in cold winter air. And these are the melodies of loss, the price of a love that I couldn't afford. I'm counting the tears and I'm paying the cost, singing notes that were meant to be ours, chord by chord. It's a symphony written in hollowed out bones, a beautiful rhythm of being alone. Every I love you is now just a ghost in these melodies of loss. The ones that hurt most. I passed by the park where we carved out our names. The bark has grown over, the wood has gone gray. It's funny how nature forgets all the flames, while I'm still here burning in the middle of May. I still check my phone when I hear a soft chime, hoping for a message that'll never arrive. Just a victim of memory, a prisoner of time, wondering how much of us is left alive. In these melodies of loss, the price of a love that I couldn't afford. I'm counting the tears and I'm paying the cost, singing notes that were meant to be ours, chord by chord. It's a symphony written in hollowed out bones, a beautiful rhythm of being alone. Every I love you is now just a ghost in these melodies of loss. The ones that hurt most. If I could rewrite the bridge that keep us together, I'd change every minor to a major key. But I'm just a singer caught in the weather of a storm that was started by you and by me. The finale is coming, the curtain is down. I'm a king with no kingdom and a laid heavy crown. The song's almost over, the room's getting dark. I'm just a flicker, looking for a spark. Melodies of whistles, I'm still listening for you. I'm still listening. Ah. The tea has gone cold on the bedside table. just like the promises you said you'd keep. I'm tracing the patterns of dust on the wood while the rest of the world is asleep. I reach for your hand in the space of the sheets, but I only find shadows and cold. It's funny how silence can scream in the dark when there's no one left for me to hold. And I try to hum the songs we used to know, but the notes feel heavy and the tempo is slow. Now I'm dancing alone to the melodies of solitude, playing the ghost of a rhythm we shared. Every heartbeat's a lyric that's crying for you in a room where you're no longer there. It's a symphony written in minor and blue, a beautiful lake that I can't quite undo. Just me and these melodies of solitude. I saw your old coat in the back of the hall. It still carries the scent of the rain. I thought about moving it maybe today, but I'm not ready to lose even the pain, because pain is the only thing left of the us, the anchor that keeps me from drifting away. I'm a king in a kingdom of empty glass frames with nothing but yesterday left to say. Now I'm dancing alone to the melodies of solitude, playing the ghost of a rhythm we shared. Every heartbeat's a lyric that's crying for you in a room where you're no longer there. It's a symphony written in minor and blue, a beautiful lake that I can't quite undo. Just me and these melodies of solitude. They say that the silence gets easier with time, but the silence is where I still hear your name. The record is skipping, the needle is worn, but I'm still addicted to playing the game of wondering, waiting, knowing you aren't coming home. But the echo stays, the melody of being. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed, and I'm still replaying every word that you said. The clock on the wall has a heavy-handed beat, like a heart trying to march down a dead-end street. I reach for your hand in the middle of the night, but I only found the shadows in the pale moonlight. It's a quiet kind of violence, this empty room, a garden of memories beginning to bloom. But the petals are black and the roots are all dry, and I'm still waiting for a last goodbye. Oh, we're just two mourning hearts in a house of glass, watching the ghosts of our better days pass. I'm wearing your sweater just to feel the ache, counting the pieces of the promises we'd break. Love didn't leave, it just ran out of breath. Now I'm just a witness to a slow, lonely death. Yeah, we're just mourning hearts. I saw your car turn the corner today, and for a split second the gray went away. But the driver was a stranger with a hollow stare, just another reminder that you aren't there. I'm folding your laundry like a sacred rite, tucking away the pieces of a finished fight. Oh, we're just two mourning hearts in a house of glass, watching the ghosts of our better days pass. I'm wearing your sweater just to feel the ache, counting the pieces of the promises we'd break. Love didn't leave, it just ran out of breath. Now I'm just a witness to a slow, lonely death. Yeah, we're just mourning hearts. They say time is a healer, but time is a thief. It steals the reflection and leaves only grief. How do I unlove the soul of a man? How do I breathe when I've forgotten I can? The sun's coming up, but the world is still dark. I'm looking for fire, but I've lost every spark. Just a morning heart, still beating for you, still breaking for you. Quietly, I'm still mourning you. This is a heavy title with a lot of room for roll. Hemisphere playing. I've written these lyrics with a slow cinematic build in mind, starting quiet and ending with a sense of overwhelming emptiness. Never felt so alone. Coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed. and I'm still replaying every word that you said. The curtains are closed, but the light's leaking through. Everything in this house is a ghost of you. I reach for your hand in the middle of sleep, but the space where you laid is a canyon too deep. It's funny how silence can be such a sound. It's screaming so loud that I think I might drown. I'm surrounded by walls, I'm surrounded by years, but I'm losing my grip as the smoke finally clears. And I've been lonely before. I've seen the sky turn to grey. I've watched the people I love simply drift far away. But this is a hollow I can't seem to fill, a shivering cold that no fire can still. I'm standing in a crowd, but I'm miles on my own. God, I've never felt so alone. No, I've never felt so alone. Keys on the table, a weight made of gold, a story of us that will never be told. I go to the places where we used to hide, but I'm just a stranger with nowhere inside. The city is humming, the world moves along, but I'm out of rhythm and I'm out of song. Cause I've been lonely before. I've seen the sky turn to grey. I've watched the people I love simply drift far away. But this is a hollow I can't seem to fill, a shivering cold that no fire can still. I'm standing in a crowd, but I'm miles on my own. God, I've never felt so alone. They say time is a healer, they say it's a friend, but time is just distance that won't ever end. I'm calling your name in the corners of black, knowing the echo is all I get back. All I get back. Checking my phone just to see a blank screen, living the life in the spaces between. I'm home, but I've never felt so alone. Never felt so alone. I'm still drinking from the glass you cracked, trying to find the pieces that I can't get back. The porch lights flickering, it's dying too, just a dim reminder of the ghost of you. You left your shadow painted on the hall. Now I'm just a witness to the rise and fall of every promise that you didn't keep. Now I'm losing air and I'm losing sleep. They say that time is a steady hand, that it heals the heart clock on the wall is stuck on the night when you killed the flame and you killed the light. And I'm holding on to this hollow way, like a holy vow or a twist of fate. It's the only thing left of us I can touch. I'm addicted to feeling this way too much. I could let it go, I could set us free, but this bitterness is all that's left of me. Yeah, I'm nursing the fire, I'm feeling the sludge. I'm keeping my heart in the arms of a grudge. I saw your car at the light downtown. I had to pull over just to keep from breaking down. You looked happy, or maybe just erased, like I was a season that you had to waste. And it burns my throat, and it stings my eyes that you're living well while a part of me dies. I've memorized the way you said my name. Now it's just the fuel for a different kind of flame. They say forgiveness is a quiet room, but I'm still screaming in this crowded tomb. The sorry you said was a year too late. Now I've built a throne out of all this hate. And I'm holding on to this hollow way, like a holy vow or a twist of fate. It's the only left of us I can touch. The coffee's cold, the steam is gone. I've been staring at the hallway since the dawn, tracing patterns in the dust upon the floor, waiting for the sound of keys inside the door. But the silence has a weight I can't explain, like the rhythm of the static in my brain. I try to stand, I try to take a step, but I'm falling for the secrets that we kept. And it starts with a flicker, a scent in the air, a ghost of your shadow on the back of the chair. The room starts to tilt, the walls start to bend, and I'm back at the start of the end. I'm in a sad spiral going down, down, down in the ocean of your absence. I'm the only one to drown. Every I love you is a stone around my neck. I'm a captain screaming halt on a burning wreck. And I can't find the surface, I can't find the light, just a long slow circle in the middle of the night, round and round where the hurt is vital, losing my grip in this sad spiral. I found your sweater in the bottom of the bin. It still smells like the places that we've been. I should throw it out, I should let it go, but it's the only piece of us I have to show. Now I'm thinking about the night in late July when you couldn't even look me in the eye. One wrong turn in the map of my head, and I'm replaying every word you never said. I'm in a sad spiral going down, down, down in the ocean of your absence. I'm the only one to drown. Every I love you is a stone around my neck. I'm a captain screaming halt on a burning wreck. And I can't find the surface, I can't find the light, just a long slow circle in the middle of the night, round and round where the hurt is vital, losing my grip in this sad spiral. They say that time is a healer, alive and fast, but mine is a loop that is stuck in the past. If I could just break it, if I could just flee, but the person I'm chasing is the person you used to be. coffee's getting cold on the wooden stand, across from a chair where you used to sit. I'm still reaching out for a ghost of a hand, but the shadows are all that I get. The calendar's stuck on a Tuesday in June, the day that the color all drained from the room. Now I'm just a collector of moments we lost, counting the heartaches and weighing the cost. I keep walking through the hallways of what if, tripping over promises we couldn't keep. The silence is loud and the air is so thick, and I'm tired of crying myself to sleep. Now I'm picking up the pieces of shattered dreams, sharp enough to cut, or so it seems. We built a castle out of sand and pride, but the tide came in and we ran out of time. Every forever was a beautiful lie. Now there's nothing but gray in this hollow sky, just a house full of echoes and a heart split in two, left with the ruins of me and you. I saw your old sweater at the back of the shelf. It still smells like rain and that night in the park. I tried to throw it out, but I couldn't myself. I'm still scared of the cold and I'm scared of the dark. The pictures are turned to the wall in the hall, 'cause seeing your smile is the hardest of all. You're moving on while I'm standing still, wishing my heart had a stronger will. They say that time is a healer, a friend, but time is just a reminder of the end. How do I breathe when the air feels like glass? How do I let all this memory pass? I'm holding on to the jagged edges, falling off of the highest ledges. Yeah, I'm picking up the pieces of shattered dreams, sharp enough to cut, or so it seems. We built a castle out of sand and pride, but the tide came in and we ran out of time. Every forever was a beautiful lie. Now there's nothing but gray in this hollow sky, just a house full of echoes and a heart split in two, left with the ruins of me and you. The ruins of me and you. I'm still here, but I'm see-through, just a handful of dust and a dream I can't touch, shattered. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed, and I'm still replaying every word that you said. The ghost of your laughter is haunting the hall, while I'm tracing the shadows that dance on the wall. I reach for my phone just to see your name, but the silence that follows is never the same. I'm a house with the lights out, a ship out at sea, just wondering when you stop looking for me. My throat is a desert, my heart is a stone. I've never felt quite this much on my own, and these are my silent screams, tearing through the fabric of my broken dreams. I'm shouting your name. I saw your old sweater in the back of the car. Funny how close turn to light years away and far. I tried to breathe in what is left of your scent, but it's fading like promises. I don't know where they went. The neighbors are waving, the world's moving on. How does it keep spinning when you're finally gone? Through all of these silent screams, tearing through the fabric of my broken dreams, I'm shouting your name in the middle of the night, but the air doesn't move and the stars aren't bright. It's a deafening roar that nobody hears, a river of salt from 1,000 years. I'm breaking wide open, but I don't make a sound. Just a heart-shaped wreckage on the ground. If I scream loud enough in the dark of my mind, will the echoes lead back to the us I can't find? Or is this just the price of a love that was deep? A secret I'm forced to eternally keep. The walls are closing in. Can you hear me? The static is thin. Can you feel me? I'm screaming. I'm screaming. But the room is so quiet. Just the sound of my heart giving up the riot. The coffee's cold, the steamer's died away, just like the words we both forgot to say. I'm sitting in the silence of this hall, watching shadows stretch across the wall. Your keys are gone, my hook is feeling light, and I'm losing ground to the coming of the night. I reach across the sheets to find your hand, but I'm grasping at the air and shifting sand. The silence here is louder than a scream. Waking up is harder than a dream. And now I'm living in these soulful echoes, chasing a ghost that I can't seem to hold. just a sorrowful echo of you and me. I saw your coat in the back of the car today, a flash of blue before I looked away. It's the little things that cut the deepest tracks, the bridge we burn with no way of turning back. I'm a stranger in the house we try to build, with a hollow space that never will be filled. And now I'm living in these sorrowful echoes, chasing a ghost that I can't seem to hold. Every I love you is stuck on repeat, like a heart that's still pumping but missing a beat. The walls whisper back what we used to be, just a sorrowful echo with you and me. Can you hear it? The sound of the door when you closed it for good, the sound of the if onlys, and I wish I could. It's bouncing off the ceiling, it's ringing in my head. The loudest thing in this house is the life that we echoes, they're all I have left of the light. Echoes keeping me company tonight. Just a sorrowful echo of you and me. The refrigerator hums a low flat B minor. The floorboards groan beneath a weight that isn't there. The kettle's whistle sounds a little bit thinner since you took your laughter out of the air. I'm listening to the static between the stations, looking for a frequency where you might still exist. But all I find are these sullen vibrations and the cold gray ghost of a morning mist. The rain on the skylight is tapping out a rhythm, like a frantic finger on a wooden door. But I'm not home, I'm lost in the prison of everything we aren't anymore. The ticking clock is a heavy set hammer, nailing the turn to gray. Where the colors turn to gray. Listen. Can you hear it? The sound of nothing. Sullen, silent sound. I'm still memorizing the cracks in the ceiling, tracing the ghost of the words we once said. There's a heavy kind of silence, a hollowed out feeling, like a book that's been finished, but I'm rereading the end. I kept your old sweater just to catch the scent of a version of us that's already spent. My knuckles are white from gripping the edge of a promise we made on a crumbling ledge. But the harder I pull, the more the rope starts to fray, and I'm tired of fighting the light of the day. There's a beauty in letting go, though it feels like a break, like the rhythm of winter for the flower's sake. It's the quietest scream, it's the salt in the soul. It's losing the half to finally be whole. I'm washing the ink from the palms of my hands, building a life on much steadier sands. It's a different kind of brave, the only way you'll grow, finding the beauty and letting you go. The photos are framed in a box in the hallway. I'm learning to walk past the ghost in the room I used to think always meant only and all day. But even the brightest of gardens must shed every bloom. I'm not giving up, no, I'm just giving in to the space where my own life is meant to begin. There's a beauty in letting go, though it feels like a break, like the rhythm of winter for the flower's sake. It's the quietest scream, it's the salt in the soul. It's losing the half to finally be whole. I'm washing the ink from the palms of my hands, building after holding your breath for a year. It's the clarity found through the lens of a tear. You weren't an anchor, you were just a weight. And I'm choosing my freedom before it's too late. Yeah, there's a beauty in letting go. I'm still drinking from the glass you cracked, trying to find the pieces that I can't get back. The porch light's flickering, it's dying too. Just a dim reminder of the ghost of you. You left your shadow painted on the hall. Now I'm just a witness to the rise and fall of every promise that you didn't keep. Now I'm losing air and I'm losing sleep. They say the time is a steady hand, that it heals the heart like shifting sand. But the clock on the wall is stuck on the night when you killed the flame and you killed the light. I'm holding on to this hollow light like a holy vow or a twist of fate. It's the only thing left of us I can touch. I'm addicted to feeling this way too much. I could let it go, I could set us free, but this bitterness is all that's left of me. I'm nursing the fire, I'm feeling the sludge. I'm keeping my heart in the arms of a grudge. I saw your car at the light downtown. I had to pull over just to keep from breaking down. You looked happy, or maybe just erased, like I was a season that you had to waste. And it burns my throat and it stings my eyes that you're living well while a part of me dies. I've memorized the way you said my name. Now it's just the fuel for a different kind of flame. They say forgiveness is a quiet rule It's a broken string that's never in tune. It's the anchor dragging me under the sea. If I forgive you, what happens to me? Who am I without the ache? Who am I if I degrade? The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed. I'm still replaying every word that we never said. There's a ghost in the hallway, a shadow on the floor, and a key that doesn't fit in the lock of our door anymore. I see your favorite sweater hanging on the hook like a chapter torn out of a half-finished book. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there, just catching fistfuls of the midnight air. And every breath I take feels like a crime, because I'm living in a world you left behind. Torn apart. They say that time is a healer, that the bleeding will stop, but I'm still at the bottom, watching every tear drop. I saw your car turn the corner, or maybe I lied, just to keep a little piece of the hope alive. sound of a beautiful kingdom burning down to the ground. Standing in the wreckage of a forever plan, trying to hold water with a shaking hand. You took the us and left the me in a house that feels like a memory. It's not just a break, it's a jagged line where your soul used to be tangled up with mine. I'm not just lonely, I'm starting to start. God, it hurts to be this torn apart. How do I unlove the way you laugh? How do I stitch back the better half? You didn't just walk out the door, you took the ceiling and you took the floor and left me hanging in the sky, wondering why, wondering why. Standing in the wreckage of a forever plan, still trying to hold water with a shaking hand. You took the us and you left the me in a life that's just a ghost of a memory. It's not a clean break, it's a jagged line where my heart is still trying to be yours and mine. I'm not just lonely, I'm falling apart. God, it hurts to be this torn apart, torn apart. Just a million pieces in the dark. I'm still here, but you're everywhere. The coffee's getting cold on your side of the bed, and I'm still replaying every word that you said. The silence in this hallway is starting to scream. It's funny how forever was only a dream. I see a ghost in the steam of the shower, counting the minutes every hollowed out hour. We built a castle out of promises and glass, never thinking that the seasons would pass. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of what we used to be, trying to find the part of us that's still a part of me. Oh, we're just two wounded hearts beating out of time, searching for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. We bled our colors dry until the world turned gray, watching all of our love views just drift away. It's a heavy kind of lonely, a beautiful scars, just two wounded hearts wishing on falling stars. I passed that old diner where we first sat down. I'm a stranger in the streets of our own hometown. They say time is a healer, that the sting will subside, but they don't see the ocean that I'm keeping inside. I'm keeping your sweater just to feel your ghost. It's the things that hurt us that we hold the most. Is it better to have felt it than to lose it all? Or is the height worth the damage of the fall? I'm tracing the cracks in the palms of my hands, wondering if you finally found where you just two wounded hearts beating out of time, searching for a reason or a rhythm or a rhyme. We bled our colors dry until the world turned gray, watching all our I love yous just drift away. It's a heavy kind of lonely, a beautiful scars, just two wounded hearts wishing on falling stars. Wounded hearts, maybe they never truly meant, they just learned how to beat until the very end, just a little bit broken, just a little bit bruised. The coffee's getting cold on the kitchen table. I'm staring at the chair where you used to sit. I tell myself I'm strong, I tell myself I'm able to face another day, but I'm just faking it. The house is far too quiet, the shadows far too long. I keep waiting for the floorboards to hum your favorite song. I'm reaching out for something that isn't there, just grasping at the ghosts in the cold night air. The calendar isn't lying, it says that time moves on, but I'm still standing right here wondering where you gone. And I'm yearning for yesterday when your hand was in mine, back when forever didn't have a finish line. Now I'm living in the wreckage of a heart you left behind, searching through the ashes for a spark I'll never find. Oh, the sun comes up, but the world feels gray, because I'm stuck in the beauty of yesterday. I saw your old blue sweater in the hallway closet. It still smells like the rain and your sweet perfume. I held it to my chest like a holy prophet, trying to conjure up your light to fill this empty room. But the fabric's getting thin and the scent is fading fast, just like every single promise that we swore would last. They say that better days are waiting down the road, but I don't wanna carry this heavy, lonesome load. If I could turn the clock, if I could break the gears, I'd drown within the rhythm of our happiest years. I'd stay forever in the us we used to be, before you became a stranger and I became just me.